Welcome to Something Crunchy. Tyler is homies with Blake. Blake is the older bro of Blair. Blair is married to Tyler, and is a slutty slut.
Welcome to Something Crunchy.
What the hell is crunchy?
Welcome to Something Crunchy. Welcome to another special edition episode of Something Crunchy. I am Cullen Blake. With me, as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. Could not be more excited about the guest joining us tonight. He's an actor, producer, and singer. You've seen him in movies like The 5 Heartbeats, Above the Rim, Cool Runnings, Cliffhanger, and Waiting to Exhale. Please welcome Leon.
Hey, hello. Happy Friday night.
Thank you so much for joining us. How are you, Mr. Leon?
I'm good. Really busy, but I'm good. I'm healthy. I can't complain.
All of that's good to hear.
Yeah.
And are you in New York right now?
I'm in New York City, yes, for sure. Yeah. So I was raised in the Bronx and Mount Vernon, and I've lived in Manhattan for decades.
Right on.
What?
Well, we are huge fans of yours. Personally, you are one of my favorite actors.
Yes.
If I were
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Long time.
If I were giving advice to a young actor on how to improve their craft, I'd point to you as an example of how powerful expression and nonverbal communication can be.
Agree.
Oh, thank you.
Man. Well, whether it's that smirk or smile, that snarl, you have these looks in your toolbox that take you to another level on screen. It makes you multidimensional and always stand out. Did you have any formal training that sharpened these tools or influences that you could point to early on?
Well, first of all, I have to say, you're trying to make this black man blush, and that's pretty hard. Okay. But yes, of course, I've trained... without a doubt, I trained here at HB Studios in New York at American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and a lot of years privately with Sal Robio in Los Angeles.
Man, that's awesome. Well, there isn't a person alive who didn't love The 5 Heartbeats. Man, you were good in that.
So good.
I know you get asked about this one the most. I mean, you were Tupac's favorite actor because of this film, and I heard Mike Tyson squeeze the shit out of you when he saw you because he loved it so much. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, that's because he didn't want me to tell anybody that he cried.
Gotcha, Mike.
Oh, you got to tell us about that. That was a young Mike, too, like getting a hug from a vending machine, I bet.
That's champion Mike.
Yes. To get tears out of Mike.
I'm still feeling that hug.
I'm sure it wasn't that violent, but in my head, I'm picturing you like at the end of Cliffhanger with Stallone.
Well, it wasn't really a hug. It was more of a headlock.
That means he was just like, that's when he really loves you.
Yeah, I guess so. Or either he's trying to make a point.
Right.
Either or.
You get asked about Tupac a lot as well. You worked together, of course, in Above the Rim, and you were with him at the fight just before he was shot and all that went down, right?
Yeah. I was there that night. It was a very memorable and sad experience. Just realizing what had happened that night, and but there was so much happening that night between the fight and then him attacking and a bunch of guys attacking a bunch of people in the lobby of a hotel, and then it was just a lot of going on that night. But no idea that any of us expected it would end in his death. Let alone any death.
Of course, no one would ever see that coming. That's just crazy that you had front row seats to all that. That's tragic. Do you feel that he was the greatest rap artist of all time? I'm curious because you're more East Coast.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was the greatest rapper of all time. No. Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say that he might have had the greatest presence of any actor.
Oh,
sure. I'm sorry, of any rapper ever. His presence was so strong. His words were so strong. He definitely had a quality about him that would make him excel in whatever he would do, I would believe. But if you talk about greatest rappers, there are some guys out there that, one, been doing it for a long time, two, who just have a flow that's just,
Give us an example.
Yeah, who's some of your favorites?
Well, the guy who died shortly after, Biggie.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Totally but if you just talk about straight rapping, and then you have Jay-Z, who's gone out to do so many great things. So
his talent level is off the chart.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't call him the greatest rapper, but I definitely think he had the greatest presence of any rapper.
That's what I was going to say. I think he was among the deepest and the realest, and I wished rap still had a message like the one that he did. But yeah, there's a lot maybe more talented and qualified, but they were also probably influenced by Tupac and or Biggie. I agree that Biggie sounded the best when it comes to straight musically
Sound.
and overall sound. I think
He like
Biggie
set a
wins.
mood that you just like felt.
And he had a power that just I don't think could be
The same when you watch
Yeah.
Leon. You like feel that presence. I feel the same watching you.
for sure.
Well, I'll take all of that.
So I heard you had an interesting way of getting casted for the role in Cool Runnings. Let's hear that story.
Wow. Well, Cool Runnings was a situation where, they were scouting late Dawn Steele, who was the producer of the movie, was scouting down in Jamaica, all different places. And I guess I'd heard they were down there, because I was down there, because I was living down there like 4 months out of the year. And so, but, I had no contact. It wasn't until I got back and, my agents, they called my agents. And I walked to the room and they said, "What is it with you in Jamaica?" Everywhere we went, they were like, "Leon has to be in the movie." So I said, "That's my people's. I'm down there on the regular." So that's how basically, I basically got into the whole fold of Cool Runnings, and then I got cast, and then the movie got delayed for a while, and then they changed directors, and then they had to cast it all over again, but I was still the guy. So I actually got cast twice to do the movie.
Well, you get a lot of well-deserved love for your film roles, but I'm ready to get into where I think you were perhaps most impressive, playing the role of Jefferson Keane in Oz.
Oz.
You blew me.
That's a
Loved
surprise.
it.
Yeah,
That's
great.
it. That's it for
Great,
me, man.
yeah.
You blew me away in Oz.
Agree.
Looking back after all those seasons, I still think of Jefferson Keane when I think of Oz. You don't get asked
Wow,
about
that's
this one
good.
enough.
No, and I love Oz. I love the work that was done on Oz and the show, and yeah, it was. It's the series that kicked off all of these series you watch.
Yes.
It was the first. It was HBO's first original series, and yeah, I was glad to be a part of it. Glad to have worked with Tom Fontana, who I just recently worked with on City on the Hill. And yeah, it was definitely, it was great to explore an aspect of our lives that that is so real that we don't get to see much of. We don't get to see much about life in prison and about what that's like for people who are incarcerated and not even thinking about getting out. Like, this is their life.
It was such a real and raw angle, and that is what made it captivating. That is what made it so good, and it was so well casted.
A lot of really great talent.
Think of the names that came out from that show. All right, so here I have a question for you. We constantly ask among ourselves which shows could get the reboot the right way because they're doing so many of the ones the wrong way. You think that they could bring back Oz and even just kind of pick up in a random spot where they left things off, bring back some people, bring in new people? Or is that a show that's best left in the past?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Tom would go there. I think he felt as though after season 6 where they shot their wad.
We threw it all out there.
That's out there, baby. That's all I got.
Yeah. So it got kind of crazy there for a while. Actually, he had to reel it back in.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So I think maybe he could see characters from that show maybe and do some sort of a spin-off into real life, but I don't know about doing another Oz, and it was so weird. That's why I could never watch Orange is the New Black.
Yep,
Yeah, I could never watch that because to me it was just like
hokey
once you're in
compared to
Oz.
Oz.
Yeah. Once you in Oz, you just can't watch that.
Oh, they're just doing
Yeah.
Oz again. Oh, good for them.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't. You can't even compare that to Oz.
No.
That was the no. That's like comparing the 5 Heartbeats to That Thing You Do. All right, Leon, which role of yours do you feel showcased your best work, the strongest performance in your mind?
Wow.
I mean, we got a lot of awesome roles
Good
here.
question.
Pages of work to choose from.
Yeah, I don't really know. Because I don't really watch my movies like that. So it's hard to say. Maybe Little Richard.
Really?
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, just because I thought of the wide range of emotions
Yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to go biopic or fictional.
and the different people that I had to interact with. You know, I had to have a relationship with um, my mom. I had to have a relationship with the woman. I had to be sexually ambiguous. I had to be flamboyant.
Yeah.
I had to be, incredibly upset and also disrespected and the loss of my father and forgiving the man who shot him. So you think about all of those
It's a
things
lot.
all in one movie. And your question was, which one showcased my talents most. That's how I was just thinking, like, which one had the most in it.
The most range and the most I love
Yeah,
that. All right, so
yeah.
on that project, is it true that you kicked Little Richard off set? At least during the scene?
Well, look, I didn't kick him off the set. I just I just said
You
that,
made it known that you wish he wasn't there.
no, 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 not at all. I
Okay.
just said that there could only be one Little Richard on set. And the thing is, it really wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but where he was at on the set was in my eye line.
Uh,
And so I can't look at, the man I'm playing while I'm playing him. That's
Yeah.
not
That's
I'm him on this set. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's it. You know what I'm saying? And he understood. He understood.
I could get why you.
Well, it's
but-
not, it's not something that I even want my mind to even be thinking about. Like I'm not thinking about, with his approval or anything when I'm him when I'm playing that
Yeah.
roles.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, and that's something, him being there, that's something that could potentially take me out of character.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. And it would be the same with anything that would take me out of character. If someone's in my line of sight that shouldn't be there or whatever, I would just say, we need to change this. I can't look at this while I'm doing this.
And in that type of movie, obviously, you're going to have to be a method actor to a certain degree. But do you consider yourself a method actor? And did you prepare the same way in other roles?
Yeah, I would definitely say that I have been a method actor most of my career. I have to say that I'm not as much now, just because the way they make movies and television and stuff doesn't really allow you to be it.
That's true.
You don't really have it, and nor does your life, allow you as well. It's a lot easier to become another person and stay that person for months, if you don't have a family or anyone else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when you start to have a regular life, and
When the
and,
two start to mix, it's
yeah,
tough.
right. I can't be asking my daughter to call me David. You know what I'm saying? I did
Dad?
do that to my girlfriends. Yeah, I did that to my girlfriend. They're like, yeah, I can't even call him Leon anymore. When I call him David, he won't even answer. So like, and I'm like, yeah, but when you start getting into family and things like that, and then you also have a real life. You have house notes, bills, things you're taking care of. Saying, I'm doing press for another film that I just did while I'm doing this movie. It becomes hard, to really be able to delve into it. I love that. I would love nothing more than to go away to someplace, say Australia or something, do a movie for 5 months and just stay in character. I mean, that would be awesome.
That's almost what you'd have to do to get just like fully immersed.
Yeah, you don't have these other aspects in your life. But
Right.
the older you get, the more aspects you have in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is.
All right, David. Well, we got to transition into music. We come from a music family. In fact, I didn't get to come across a Temptations movie organically. I remember being shown that movie by my dad for the
Yes.
historical significance. You were excellent in that as well. And your talents are not limited to the screen. Let's talk about Leon and the Peoples. Tell us about your band.
My band, I love my band. I miss being on stage. I can't wait for we can all get back out there and we can tour again. And
Yeah.
yeah.
my band, we play what we call reggae soul, mixed
Definitely.
between reggae and soul music, and definitely some elements of pop and rock. But we move butts. People love our music, and
Yes.
and we have a good following, especially with females. I don't know why, but I'm happy about that. And yeah, our last record was "Love Is a Beautiful Thing," which covers like
Yep.
all different aspects of love. And yeah, I just I love my band. I love being out there. I love seeing how people react to us, and I love to write and perform music.
You could tell, Leon. You could tell that you love to be out there. And we love your music too. And that is an awesome combination of reggae, pop, and soul. My favorite flavor you guys do was unquestionably how you did your set at the 2009 Brooklyn Music Festival.
Okay.
That was it. That set would kill at any festival, any year. We need an album like that. When is the live album coming out?
It's so funny you said that, because my drummer was just telling me that 2 days ago, because we just did a virtual concert.
Oh,
and then we also did 7 of our songs, because we haven't ever gone on tour even with our last album. So we did 7 of the songs of the album live, and like a 4-camera shoot. And we're gonna release it on our YouTube channels. And so, and he was just saying, listen, why don't you do a live album? You have the recordings. And I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
For sure.
So is that a thing now? Is that going to happen?
Yeah, or is there going to be more of this?
Yeah, maybe. Why not?
Yes.
Why
I'd
not?
love to see more Leon and the Peoples.
Yeah, me too.
Give the people what they want.
Exactly. Please. This whole pandemic thing has been such a life change. I mean, luckily, as an actor, I've been working constantly since September, but the music thing has just been really a different situation altogether. Because I know live concerts outdoors will come back before the indoor concerts will.
Yeah. Some of them are already starting to come back.
But we need that music. We need that vibe like going on right now. It just puts you in such a good place.
Yeah. I mean, I just like music that resonates with people. I mean, and the same thing with my roles in acting. I always hope that what I'm doing resonates with people, and they can identify with it, and they can feel it, and think of it as their own,
So you were a scholarship basketball player, Loyola Marymount University. Obviously, we've seen you play on film, but let's talk about basketball for a minute. All right, so both New York and both LA teams were in the playoffs. I mean, not anymore, but there's storylines everywhere. Do you have a team that you're loyal to? Any particular players you like?
Yeah, I comfortunately am a part of the Garden family and a diehard Knicks fan.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, so that is probably would say is the black hole in my life.
Let's talk about it.
That if I suffer at all, I suffer as a Knicks fan. But such is life. We did have a good season this year.
It is.
Although as soon as the playoffs comes around, you would forget that we had a good season, because that's all they're talking about is how bad we were in the playoffs. But look, we overachieved. We overachieved with a team that a bunch of young guys that wasn't very talented. And what can I say? Of course, when do they pick to be good? When we can't go to the fucking games. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
I
mean, unbelievable.
Right?
Yeah.
All this time I'm sitting courtside at these games suffering, and now this year they're good, and I can't sit be at the game.
They're good.
Unbelievable.
Oh, sorry. So who now? Now that the Knicks are out, are you going to go for the Brooklyn team?
Well, I root for New York teams in general.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn team is a little hard though, because they're Johnny come latelys.
It's true.
It's like if they were here the whole, whatever, like even if they were in New Jersey, I mean, because I was used to that, because when I was the most exciting basketball player I've ever seen in my life, hands down, is Dr. J.
Yeah.
The
human highlight reel.
He's the most exciting basketball player ever.
He doesn't get talked about enough.
I'm friends with Michael Jordan. And I tell Michael that.
A long time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, when you talk about just pure excitement, there's nothing like that.
He'd be like, I can't get mad at that,
No, you can't. I mean, that flying afro through the air.
Oh,
there was nothing
get
like
better than that.
It's just crazy.
Everything that was exciting after that was in derivative in some way or form from Dr. J. He doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
People don't talk about him enough in the GOAT conversation.
I think everyone has the different categories, greatest scorer, greatest, playmaker, most dominant, whatever. But he owns the title of most exciting, that's for sure.
So you would say Jordan over LeBron then?
Yeah, definitely.
I would too. And I think most would, especially after this year. Exiting in the first round, he should be ashamed of himself.
The most exciting, I mean...
Well, that's not a big deal. I mean, Mike's exited in the first round,
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is that it took 15 years for that to happen is amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, look, when you talk about the longevity and what he's done over the course of his career, yeah, he's going to go down, as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, if for longevity. But the reality is you cannot compare ball players from different eras.
True.
It's not. And I do some sports radio, and every time they start this conversation, I say, guys, you can't do it. It's a different game.
Different era.
Different time.
Michael Jordan would average no less than 40 points a game in today's basketball. Out of doubt.
With the pace.
Because you can't put your hands on guys.
There's no defense anymore. And
you can't put your hands on guys. Can you imagine you couldn't put your hands on Mike?
You'd ride around.
And then all you had to do is flop back to get the whistle. No, it was such a different league. Like, I hate it when they talk about it being a physical game, and this game's getting really physical down there. And I think back of those Knicks Bulls games.
God, you watch some of those games, you forget how much more aggressive it was, and you're like, "Whoa, basketball!"
Yeah.
I miss this basketball.
They threw Michael Jordan on the ground,
dirty,
like headlocked him on a back, and it was just a common foul.
That's the Pistons, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. Ooh,
if you look at somebody the wrong way right now, they call it tech.
That's so true. That's so true. And LeBron has them all in his bag too. I was watching last night, and if he didn't get his way, he'd give a look at that ref, like, man.
That's the one real knock against LeBron. Okay,
he complains.
Look at LeBron. He's as strong, or not stronger, than anybody out there.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy is complaining every time he goes to the hole.
Not playing defense. Not playing defense.
I'm like, dude, act like it. Did you see yesterday we was talking to the refs instead of coming back on defense?
Instead of running back on defense, it drove me nuts.
Play the game.
You forget all the fundamentals of basketball. Like, he misses a shot, he complains. If he gets touched, he complains to the ref. Man. Arms are flailing around. Like,
you're amazing.
Man.
Just play.
Look, if there were no refs out there, right? Who do you think would dominate?
Oh,
LeBron.
I mean, yes.
Right? LeBron would. If it was just like, okay, whoever's the strongest, whoever can get it done, whoever's gonna make the most shots, it'd be LeBron.
Man, that'd be crazy to think about.
But
he acts like he's looking for the refs to call stuff all the time, and it's not happening. It's like, it just makes him. That's the one knock against him. It's like you don't want to look at the best player out there complaining.
We need a street game, and it just change the rules and see what really happens, who really shines.
The big three.
I got to tell you something, man. Durant, he gets it done with the quickness, and I don't see him complaining to anybody.
No,
it's true. It's true. Good point. I'm all about Durant. He went to UT that one year. We're from Texas, so all about Durant. I miss Durantula.
I miss Allen Iverson.
Yeah, he's a freak.
I miss AI. That guy used to just get his ass kicked every time he went to the hole, and he just popped right back up like nothing happened.
There's another guy who would score close to 40 a game.
Yeah.
In today's league.
Yeah, if Steph Curry's doing what he's doing now, I'm trying to think of what AI would be doing in today's league.
Melting people.
Yeah, well, Steph's a different situation. The way he shoots.
He's special. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
the way he shoots is special.
He's literally changed the game.
Absolutely, you have to have multiple.
The way kids play. The way kids play now and everything, and just everything. I mean, guys pull up from the 3-point line instead of going in for layups. It's ridiculous.
You can't even say that they're going for the 3-point line now.
Half court.
It's 10 feet back from the 3-point line is now a usual spot. Like, they practice from there. It's nuts. It's in their comfort zone. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
It changed the game.
Yep, without a doubt.
Will you watch any football too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I know you're not a Jets fan. Please tell me you're not a New York Football Giants fan, Leon.
Okay, dude. I live here. I live here.
I get it.
I'm born here.
I get it.
Okay.
So, all right. So you're not going to hold it against us when I say that Blair and I are from Dallas and we're from there. It's not like we're
wait a second. Wait. Hold it against you from being from Dallas. No, I feel sorry for you. Is what I feel.
See, that makes more sense.
Let's really be serious about the crazy Dallas fan.
He is a sports fan.
The Dallas Cowboys, right? Since 1998, are a below a 500 team.
I thought it was 95.
I know.
Oh, 95. Okay, I gave you a couple years. Okay, I mean,
thank you for that.
America's team. What America?
Yeah, I can't believe that's even still been holding on that long.
No, that was 70s marketing.
Wait. How many playoff wins?
Oh, I didn't say we were good. I just said we were from Dallas.
I mean, we know this situation has been difficult.
To think that the Jets have more playoff wins than the Cowboys. The Jets are the most dysfunctional franchise in the world.
Hold on. Is this a true statement?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, historically, overall?
Oh, no, not historically. When I was a kid, I loved Dallas Cowboys. When I was a kid,
they were everybody's favorite.
They were way more fun back then.
They were America's team. I got to give them props.
How far back are you giving Jets playoff wins?
You are like set on this. I think you should know this.
When Rex Ryan was here, when they went to the AFC Championship. With Sanchez of all guys, the butt fumble guy.
Damn it. God, that was like 20 years ago, and it still supports your argument and makes you right. I mean, Romo got to the playoffs like 2 or 3 times. A little first round exit maybe, but
I don't want to talk about Romo in the
second
playoffs.
Round exit?
You know that just puts a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy is look at your roster. That roster is stacked.
We say that every year, Leon.
You don't understand.
Stacked.
Every year we say this.
Is our year.
Oh, another thing we would say, Blake.
This year is our year.
No.
But you know what though? They're like the bad version of the Brooklyn Nets. No, really. The Brooklyn Nets are all offense, and they're just going to outscore you. And that's what Dallas has. Dallas has the offense to outscore anyone. But man, you got to play just a little D. Just a little D.
We just got Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator, and our whole draft was D.
Well, we better show that D off.
Well, wait a second. Your whole draft is D. And
we drafted D.
That's all you had left to draft, okay?
We had
every offensive position is already filled with some elite talent.
If they wanted to make a move for Kyle Pitts, Jerry fell in love with Kyle Pitts, and they didn't let him do it.
Listen, anybody who could get Kyle Pitts would. But when you're suffering on D like that, and you have all these other offensive weapons, come on. He would have got killed.
Suffering truly explains it too.
So you think Dak will come back to full strength?
Yeah, I hope so.
That
I really
ankle.
Hope so. I think so. The thing is, listen, if he were a running quarterback, he can run, but that's not what you think about. He's a pocket quarterback. Yeah. He's a pocket quarterback that can move.
But he used to have a little explosiveness to him. He used to be able to get away.
But I'm just saying, and he can still probably get away. I'm saying, but he's not a runner. I'm saying he's not someone who with his agility is a big deal. He's not,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not Kyler Murray. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not someone that that moves around a lot. He's really strong in the pocket, so I think he'll be fine. It's just. Can Zeke hold on to the ball? Can he not? And can he not play from behind? That's the reason. Why do you think he has 50 attempts in the games? Because he's so far behind. He's got to start throwing it. Zeke never gets the ball. Zeke runs the ball over 100 yards. You win
every time.
I don't know why they don't just do that. It's all they got to do.
It's like there's someone in the organization not showing the coach the statistic that, hey, when this happens, you win almost every fucking time, man.
Kill this right now, okay? Kill this whole topic. This is not an interview about me telling you what to do with your Cowboys. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay,
you know what? We're gonna reset the room. You're right.
No, I agree.
Cowboys don't even deserve it. You're right. All right, so tell us something that we don't know about Leon. Any other interests, special skills that you have?
Yeah.
Special skills? I don't know. Let's see.
Let's see.
I mean, most of the special skills that I have, I try to get paid for.
Yeah. So, okay. Fair enough. Everybody
knows.
So we're familiar.
Yeah,
with
but
your
what I do a lot of, and I don't get paid for, is tennis.
Oh, man,
love tennis.
Leon, I beat you up in tennis, Leon. Beat you up in tennis.
Love tennis. If you beat me up in tennis, I would still have a great time.
I would too.
That's the great thing about tennis. And that's how I feel about it, because he beats me every time.
But definitely, no, I do. I love tennis. Love. I'm a regular at the U.S. Open. I even have,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I just love tennis. I think it's a great sport. It's a sport that my dad actually wanted me to play. He gave me rackets when I was very young. And, but I came back to him and said, Dad, who do I play tennis with? I mean, no one plays tennis. Everyone plays football, basketball, or baseball. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm walking around with tennis rackets. Kids are looking at me like, "What you doing with those?"
Anybody want to play? Or...
like it didn't make any sense.
So, what are you working on lately? Any exciting projects?
I have a series that just started streaming yesterday on BET Plus.
Really?
Called a Love Tale. It's a very provocative series. It's 6 episodes about 4 women, living and loving in Harlem.
Ooh, yes.
Nice.
And and then I have what else? What's else going on? I just recently wrapped a movie opposite Bruce Willis and Frank Grillo.
Really?
Called The Day to Die action movie, which I played the antagonista, the bad boy.
New Bruce Willis action movie. That's awesome. You do that well. The antagonista.
Yeah, I try. And then I did this series actually on BET called Games People Play, which is the highest rated series last year. So I did that. I was a friend with the producers, so I did that for them.
Nice.
Awesome. And just trying to have fun and work and give people what they want.
Got a lot of good stuff going on. And I also have to say, your daughter Noelle, I love her. She's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, you and Cynthia have done an amazing job raising. Seriously, incredible girl. She is fucking cool. I love her.
Yeah. She's doing her thing. I'm happy for her. She's actually she's in Mexico on her way back to Mexico right now. So.
Ooh, fun. Get it, girl.
Blair loves
she has the kind of life that I never had.
She does it well though.
It's ridiculous.
I feel like she does it with grace.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's all you can do.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope that spend that money well.
I feel like she's a smart girl with it.
Yeah, no, she's doing her thing. She's she's actually really making money. She's been representing quite a few brands, and I'm happy for her.
She seems to be doing it right. Whatever she's doing, just like keep doing it.
Yeah, and I support her 100%.
That's awesome.
Well, you are just one of the coolest people alive, Leon.
Seriously.
It has been so great talking to you. It has been so great being a fan of yours too, because you don't age. You look as good now as you did 30 years ago.
Oh my God, true.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do age, but I think that when people say that, okay, I've kind of figured this out because I look at myself in the mirror, so I see myself aging. But I think when people are saying that, they think that I look good, not that I haven't aged. That's what I think. Am I correct?
No. We were just watching your music video the other day.
No, you literally do.
Your newest music video.
You don't age.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look.
No, I think it's the whole vibe that you give off.
I really hope that it's the same way on the inside too.
Yes. Yes. It's what you radiate overall. It's the energy you give off.
Yeah, the one thing I have to say, because someone was asking me this the other day, is that I don't really feel any older than I did 20 years ago, and in everything I do, my lifestyle, anything I do, I just really don't, and it's just weird that I don't look it either.
What's the secret?
I think I don't know if there's a secret, but the one advice I can give everybody is to work on the thing that is most important in life. Being happy. Being happy is not something that just jumps up on you. You have to work at it. And people don't realize that. They sit around thinking that happy is just going to come to them. You have to work on being happy. You have to put yourself in the right place to be happy. You have to surround yourself with the right people to be happy. You have to do the right things in your life to be happy. And if you don't work on being happy, you're probably not going to be happy.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It really is.
It is.
Be there all the time.
You just really have to work on, what makes me happy, and if this makes me happy, then this is where I'm going to be, and this is how I'm going to be, and for me, making people happy and telling stories and stuff, that makes me happy, and so I've been lucky enough to be able to do that all these years.
Your stories make us happy.
I was about to say, you make us so happy, and very well said.
I can't thank you enough for coming on. I can't thank you enough for the time. Really appreciate it. We love what you're about. We can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you so much, Leon.
Thanks, Leon.
No, thanks. Yeah, it was fun, and I'm going to hold you to that tennis game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Love that. Absolutely.
Definitely. Matter of fact, you can bring an audience.
Ooh. He's like,
I'm here to watch
He's like, if you want to do the tennis game, we could do the tennis game.
I'm here for this.
Why not? I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna have fun.
It's
and
all
we're gonna get some
fun.
exercise.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Love it.
That's the reason why. That's one of the main reasons why I switched over from tennis to basketball, because I was tired of like this angriness, about you hit a shot on someone and then they act like they want to kill you.
It's so true.
I mean,
animosity.
I hit a great shot in you in tennis. You clap and tell me nice shot.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing with golf. That's why I love golf.
Yeah, it is the same thing with golf. And when you get that epic shot or that epic spin, and
just excited for that person.
Yeah,
that's a feel good moment for them.
You're impressed and you're happy for them because you know what they're feeling, and that's.
I know you're so happy right now, and I love that.
Well, thanks again.
Well, anyway, it was fun, and hopefully we'll play that game.
Absolutely,
love it. Thank you.
Looking
Leon.
forward to it. Talk soon.
Thanks,
all right,
sir.
you take care of yourself.
All right,
bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Damn, he's so smooth and cool.
Wow.
Our show just leveled
Leon.
up 11 and a half cool points just getting to talk to him.
So cool.
That was the hardest yet, to stay host and not fanboy out. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, we have loved Leon for so long.
Been watching that guy since I could watch anything. That was just,
since you were allowed
just
to watch
as cool
movies.
Yeah.
As we wanted him to be.
That was fun. Well, things are still just heating up in season 4, believe it or not. This June is going to be nuts.
Oh my God.
All I'm going to say. And 8080's Dream Car giveaway number 47 for Lamborghini Huracan plus $60,000 cash is going on right now. They are offering double the entries, meaning every dollar you spend gets you not 1, but 2 entries into the Dream Car giveaway action. You do not want to miss out. Nor do you want to forget to check out somethingcrunchy.com, where you'll find every episode, our links for social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store, where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation. Then there's that Something Crunchy Facebook group. Oh, man. This thing is growing. I laugh my face off multiple times a day.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are hilarious.
People are into it.
And it remains the most fun that you can have with your pants on. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy. And as always, don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
And be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. Thank you for listening.
Don't get me started now.
It's okay. Feel free to get started.
It is Friday. It is Friday night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How many playoff wins?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
say we were good. I just said we were from Dallas.
I mean,